Good morning.
Let's talk first of all about the revelation yesterday that Earl Spencer, the brother of the late Diana, Princess of Wales, is talking about a police. Was warning the police that he might take out a private prosecution against the BBC if they don't actually bring forward prosecution over the Martin Bashir affair, where, of course, he claims that we now know he was shown completely fake bank statements suggesting that his sister was actually being under surveillance by the royal family and by the security services, and that's what convinced him to convince her to doing the Martin Bashir interview, which of course changed the face of the future of the monarchy. What do you make of the idea that this could actually end up being a private prosecution? All of the issues coming out in court, which have been very shadily sort of, I suppose, washed over actually by a lot of the BBC internal investigations.
Yes. Well, I think he's got every right to do that. He's got lots of money. He's apparently talked to very senior QCs, and they all think that there was a criminal um, uh, action by Martin Bashir. And why not have a go? I mean, we heard fairly recently that the BBC claimed to have lost two very important documents that would prove that things were um, quite badly behaved. Martin Bashir was quite badly behaved. But one of the people who were from Panorama when that program was on had kept a copy of it himself. So I think there's a lot around that the Earl could use and
Yeah.
his lawyers could use. I think he's very cross, and he's got every reason to be cross that the Metropolitan Police say no activity was a criminal one. I'm not a lawyer at all,
Yes.
but I mean, there was forgery, there was blackmail, and there's something called public office offence, where you don't behave in a proper manner if you belong to an important institution. Apparently, it's quite ill-defined, but nonetheless, it is something that should be investigated, I
Yes,
think.
absolutely. And again, comes with a very, very, very stiff sentence as well. And we've got the ongoing issues with Prince Andrew and his Virginia Giuffre case in New York, and that's going to be coming back to court in a couple of weeks as well. Meanwhile, the rest of the royal family are very much going for different issues and very much, I suppose, sort of modernising. The green agenda is absolutely overtaking the whole of the royal family. We had seen it previously, of course, with Prince Harry, obviously going from beach to beach barefoot, telling us all we need to be more green, going by private jet. But of course, his father, Prince Charles, for years, very green figure, talking to plants, talking about eco issues, and of course Prince William as well. Yesterday we had the Earthshot Prize, Prince William's Earthshot
Yeah.
Prize, where there are five £1 million prizes being given out. One went to the country of Costa Rica for being green. One went to two friends who grew coral. It was a star-studded affair. You watched it last night, so the rest of us didn't have to. What, what did you make of it?
Well, I am a very strong monarchist, and I do admire William and Catherine very, very much indeed. But I'm afraid I thought that it was a bit of a cross between X Factor and the sort of film awards. I thought it was much too celebrity rather than royal, and over the top with saying, don't buy you must not buy new clothes. Everyone's sitting there, as we can see, with black suits and bow ties.
Yeah.
I can't see that worked very well. I think it should have been much more casual.
Well, there's a
And
whole
it was
big deal
very
being made of the fact
dramatic.
that Kate wore a dress that she'd worn before. I mean, like every other woman in the country, wears dress apart from Instagram influencers, wears dresses more than once. And people were told not to fly there, and the music was Coldplay, and it was powered by people. The electricity was powered by people on bikes. Did you think a lot of it was a bit gimmicky?
Yes, I did actually. And I thought, the green velvet jacket looked terrific on Prince William, but that was, I am green sort of. And
Yes.
I do think that the clothes make a very important image for something that you're doing. And I thought it was completely over the top. And as you say, Catherine is somebody who wears her clothes several times and we don't make a fuss. But then suddenly last night, everybody was making a huge fuss about it, that, gosh, she's wearing. What I thought was extraordinary is that she wore it last in 2011 and she's still the same size, having had three children.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Let's hold that against her.
right,
Let,
and
Well,
Say well done,
let's talk,
man.
well, that is her job, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm sorry, that is your job. Stay quiet, pop out very healthy children, and don't say anything. That's the bit that Meghan couldn't
Well, she
get used
spoke
to.
last night. She actually made a little speech last night, which she did beautifully, actually. You know, she did it slowly and with meaning. I thought that that was her coming out of herself even more now. And
Yeah.
very good that William wants her to be right by his side and to take part. And working as a team, the two of them, I think, are very impressive. I
What
just didn't like all the
What
glitz.
did you make of the revelation at the weekend that the Queen is to make a speech at she's going to open the UN climate change conference in Scotland, COP26, and with a speech that acknowledges the scale of the environmental crisis and makes it clear she shares profound concerns already voiced obviously by the younger members of her family. There's no doubt at all that you know how you tackle climate change is very political. It's not party political at the moment, but it is actually political about how much you spend in mitigating factors, how seriously you take the issue. Very big divides from left and right and different age groups as well on this. Do you think that the Queen is going to regret getting involved on this issue?
No, I don't think so. Not at 95. I think that what it is, it's going to be a bit of a family outing, isn't it? Because Prince Charles and the Duchess is going, and Prince William and Catherine are going. So they will all be together. I also wonder, and I've got no proof on this, whether now Prince Philip is no longer with us, she can actually say a bit more of what she thinks. I mean, he was very much against going on about climate change. He supported the environment conservation and instigated the World Wildlife Fund. So that's what he felt about what we should do about the planet. And I'm sure he was quite forceful in his conversations. I don't mean she was scared of him, but I think she thought, well, you know, there's other things to be done. But this year, she's going to go with them as a family. And she always speaks so very, very well, concise, full of common sense. And I don't think that she will trip up. And
and I don't think she'll trip up. I just wonder that this is actually going to be a very big political minefield in the coming weeks and months and years, and whether or not it's a good idea to get involved. But there we are. We shall see who turns out to be right. Angela Levin, royal biographer. Thank you very much indeed. 7:31 is the time.